Hi guys, welcome to Aviary Attorney. I was just browsing the Steam winter sale and I saw that this was a pretty new title. I did a little check on it and it looks like it was a kickstarted game, and it made over double what it was asking for on Kickstarter, and it of course just released on Steam. So as soon as I saw the title, Aviary Attorney, I thought, oh, Ace Attorney. And I did like those games. And I think it would be nice just to take a walk through this game and see if I like it and if you like it. So let's hop in. I did start like 10 seconds of it, but we'll start from the beginning. Oh, I guess we'll continue. See, okay, this is the beginning. January 1st, 1848. The Chateau Crinier of Baron Rigol. I can already tell I'm not going to be very good. Is that Monsieur Grenouille? Oh mon Dieu! Dame Catherline, what have you done? Uh-oh. Act 1, a cat with claws. This is going to be a little Sherlock Holmes / Ace Attorney. Sparrowson, it's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Well, well, well. Look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird, Falcon? Too early for worms. Past the Cabernet Sauvignon. There'll be time for that later. We've got some business to handle first. Business? Oh. A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. It's probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. All right. Ahem. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I am writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Catherline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She is being held at the conciergerie prison on the charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I'd be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Seigneur Pertois Demiao of the Demiao estate. Well, this is quite something. I know, your first serious client in months. Not just that, the Demiao estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Catherline, her lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. Wow, so I suppose you intend on defending Dame Catherline in court? Yeah, of course, give me that money. Of course, it would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're going to go find our kitty client at La Conciergerie. I apologize in advance if my pronunciation of the French names and titles is terrible, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I took 2 years of French, and that was it. And Tabitha's sitting right next to me watching. I'm sure she's getting a kick out of all of these bird people on the screen. Okay, so let's go. Excellent. My derriere is getting tired from all the sitting around. Oh, but I better file away I want to say Senor Demiao's letter first. One moment, Falcon. Pertois letter has been added to your evidence folder. Okay. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. Ah, I nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that. Again, I recall you losing it at the New Year's party, and at Christmas. All right. Yes, no need to make a list. Falcon has picked up his wallet. You may see how much money he is carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. Let's make a move. Strike a pose. January 3rd, Monday. Welcome to the map screen. From here you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or a location node. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Oh, so there's going to be time incorporated into this too. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. The conciergerie, AA offices. Oh, okay. And that's our time. So a sign on the door reads, the Aviary attorney offices. No case is too big or too small. No junk mail. For centuries, the infamous conciergerie prison has detained the accused and the condemned alike. Well, we have no choice but to go there. Falcon and Sparrowson stop into the stone-cold foyer of the conciergerie prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the conciergerie. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. Oh, so we are in France. That makes sense. The outer walls are impenetrable. The cells are spotless. The guards are well-mannered. Ugh. What do you want? Good day, monsieur. I am here to see Dame Catherine Demiao. I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you're her lawyer, huh? Fine, fine. Follow me. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. Aw, she's so pretty. Do you see the cat on the screen? No. Tabitha's too enthralled with other things. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Ah, Dame Catherine Damiao, I presume. You've arrived, the fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petite assistant Sparrowson. Milady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. Sorry. My papa told me that he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first person in the address directory. Oh, AA. Oh. You see, Falcon, I told you listing under Aviary attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Dame Catherine, would you fill us in on some detail, as your father's letter was a little brief? I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? What happened on the night of the murder? Who was there that evening? Did you see anything suspicious? Oh, better start up here. What exactly happened on the night of the murder? Oh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa had a ride at Chateau Crenier, the home of great Baron Rorgueil. I'm going to have to pronounce that correctly at some point. Rorgueil, I guess. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Grenouille and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with the camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Oh, I'm such a typical 18th century aristocrat, female. Sorry, man with what took your what? Camera. It's a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. Pshaw, let me believe. Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera has been added to your evidence folder. Please continue, Dame Caroline. So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Grenouille. He was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. It must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? Who was there that evening? Dame Caroline, who attended the banquet that evening? Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest mamma couldn't make it. And there was Baron Roguil, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid, Couline, I think she was called. Of course, there was Monsieur Grenouille, well, until, he died. And there was Monsieur Robitio de Robinio. Robitio de Robinio. The man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious? I bet something has to do with the camera. Dame Caroline, did you see anything suspicious that evening? Suspicious? Like, maybe a guy lurking in the shadows, or a bloody murder weapon? Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you are looking for an easy answer. You got me. Oh, you got me. I did not see anything, I'm afraid. That evening was very normal. The food was delicious. The conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did? Dame Caroline, you said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was! You and your damn stomach. Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Go on. Then a marbled steak served perfectly bloody rare. Glorious! Falcon, write this down. You're birds. You're not supposed to be eating this. Well, maybe Falcon. But not you, Sparrowson. What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case. It'll be relevant somehow. Write it down, please, for me. Fine. Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Bloody rare steak has been added to your evidence folder. Sparrowson, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery. What? No cutlery, even for the steak? Nope. You would think that the great Baron of Chateau Crenier would have gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen. That is a little peculiar. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that will be all. So, what's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau Crenier and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves, and we should try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Robitio de Robinio. 2 days for 2 tasks. It seems doable. But we should get head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you? I believe in justice. I believe you. Of course, Dame Caroline, it's our duty as lawyers, and as gentlemen, to have faith in your testimony. You can trust us. Thank you. Thank you both. Dame Caroline, Monsieur Grenouille, Baron Roguliel. These names are all getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Yeah, you're talking to me, buddy. Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that we can keep track of who everyone is. A what? A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog. I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. Sparrowson has started compiling a Facebook. You can access a list of people you have met at any time by clicking the book symbol. Let's make a move. That must be his catchphrase. Dawn of a new day. The game saves automatically at the start of each day, but you can also make a quick save at any time by selecting Save and Quit from the pause menu. You can access the pause menu by clicking on the cog symbol in the upper left corner here, or by pressing the escape key. It's really cool. The background detail for this map is amazing. So these are going to both take one whole day. Here lies the home of Robitio de Robinio, up-and-coming photographer. Baron Roguliel resides at Chateau Crinier, an impressive manor house with an immaculate garden. I think we should go here first. So these are going to take full days because they have 2 clocks next to them. And it's back there. Okay. Falcon and Sparrowson enter the courtyard outside Chateau Crinier. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building shadows. Oh my. Excusez-moi, messieurs. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving. See? I don't suppose you happen to have some spare change? You have 20 francs in your wallet. What will you do? Give 1 franc. Here you go. Stay safe, madame. Many thanks to ya, messieurs. That was pretty generous of you, Falcon. Times are tough. Make sure a mother and child have something to eat is the least I can do. But what am I doing, standing here moralizing? Come on, Sparrowson. We've got business to attend to. Falcon and Sparrowson step inside the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Chateau Crinier. Whoa, look at this place! Baron Roguliel must be loaded! More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the sign. Is he here now? Is he here right now? Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. Hey, Baron! We'd like a word! How's that? Sparrowson, I have the finesse of an... You have the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can thank me later. I think I got his attention. Oh my. Oh, Roguliel. Because he roars. Yeah, I get it. Did I hear my name? Great Baron Roguliel. Property owner extraordinaire at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators? No, we're attorneys. Not quite. I am a private attorney, Jayjay Falcon, and this is my associate, Sparrowson. Lawyers, eh? You know, you aren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh? Yes, yes. This jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning. Asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, Sparrowson? Perhaps. I have a hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial. A friend of yours? Something like that. So what may I do for you, messieurs? We're doing some research on Monsieur Grenouille, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening." Of course, such a tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner." "I suppose you messers will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself." "Actually, yes, that would be fantastic." "Well, be my guest. You will find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the unfortunate incident." Oh my. "Oh, so can we see the finished photograph?" "I'm afraid not. It is to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time." "That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then." "Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron." "It's not trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you're done with your investigations." "So where should we go first?" "Select a room to investigate." Well, we're in the main hall now, so let's investigate that. Oh, excuse me. Oh no, this guy's voice is really tough. "Did you messers have a good look around? I trust everything was in order." "Actually, we haven't visited the garden yet. We definitely need to do that." "Yeah, let's do garden. Wherever that guy isn't." Dame Catiline said that she found Monsieur Grenouille on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place. "Hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing." "The crime scene investigation thing?" "Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in an excruciating detail." "You mean search for evidence?" "Yeah, do that." "That's not a bad suggestion. It wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses." In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest and Falcon will examine it closer detail. When you have had enough, or when you can find nothing else to examine, click on the X on the top right corner. Select an area to examine. Okay. The fountain. This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid carved marble. That couldn't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in to take a closer look just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way. If I want to go wading, do it yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it? Yep, I'll flip this 1 franc coin. You call the outcome, get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So what'll it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? Always go with heads. Put it all on heads. Don't let me down, old emperor. Here I go. It's tails. Roll up your pantaloons, Falcon. You're going for a swim. Gah! Fine. Hold my shoes. Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Ah, I love you, Sparrowson, already. Ah, you're back. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though. What is it? It's brown and sticky and it smells weird. Don't tell me that you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to Baron Roiguil, correct? But what shouldn't be too surprising is it is his house after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder just in case. Cigar butt has been added to your evidence folder. Is there anything else we need to do here? Select an area to examine. The bust. Finely crafted horse statue. The mane almost looks lifelike. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? No, I would not. Select an area to examine. Another beautiful made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep, eventually we realized that it was just filling up on hors d'oeuvres. Ugh, terrible. Select an area to examine. Is this going to be the same? A horse statue. This one has a goofy face. That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar, and the barkeep says, "Why the long face?" Yes, we've all heard that one. What? No, the barkeep says, "You've got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable." Ah! I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. Puns. Why have I been playing so many punny games lately? Baron Roiguil certainly likes his horse statues. I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Babies should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, there's nothing else to select. Okay. I think we're done here. Good call. But are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time. Don't push your luck. And lounge. Oh my goodness! Lady Giraffe. Second floor, third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst! Hey, Falcon, did you see that? See what? That housemaid totally just did something shifty. Shifty? I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally talk to her. Call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle.
Yes? Are you two policemen?
No, we're private attorneys. My name's Jayjay Falcon.
And I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Qualine Duhot. So, what can I help you with, messieurs? What can I help you messieurs with today?
We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple questions?
That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. Oh, there we go. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask?
Is this where the photograph was taken? We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room?
Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing.
Go on.
Just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon.
And where was the camera pointed?
Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location.
Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock.
I know, the painting on it totally clashes with the decor.
I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands.
Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Roiguil just keeps it around as a conversation piece.
Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it works. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make a note of it. Missing clock hands have been added to your evidence folder.
Is there something else you wanted to ask? Is there something we should know? You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers? Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No, I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week.
Pressure her. Are you sure there isn't anything that you're hiding?
It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts.
Right, and... Wait, what? No, that's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson.
It isn't? Oh, what do we do then?
I'll tell you later.
Honestly, misters, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask?
That's all. No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help.
It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something.
Pauline?
I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the 3rd degree about it.
I tried to.
You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams, and, well, never mind, I'm rambling.
It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else. Silverware, perhaps?
You know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. I started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, oh well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me.
That's one mystery solved, at least. Missing silverware has been added to your evidence folder.
I would appreciate if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust.
I see. So, where next, Big Bird? I think that's it. Oh boy. Did you messieurs have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. We had a good look, thank you, Baron, but we actually have some questions for you. Please ask away, I have nothing to hide. About your housemaid. We met your housemaid, Colleen Duhot. She is a courteous young lady, isn't she? She's a thief. She's a thief. Actually, we feel obliged to tell you that she has something of a thieving habit. I know! You know? Of course I know! When the silverware goes missing in a house occupied by 2 people, it didn't take a world-class detective to solve the mystery. Then why haven't you informed the police? This may surprise you, Monsieur Falcon, but I am actually not a ruthless, money-grabbing bourgeois. Or is it bourgeoisie? A housemaid steals 100 francs of silver from me, a mere drop in the bucket of a man of my stature. What of it? I feel no need to ruin the poor girl's life over something so small and petty. I see. I apologize, Baron. I didn't mean to pry. That's quite all right. Did you two want to ask something else? What happened on the night of the murder? Baron Roguil, I would like to ask about your activities on the night of the murder. Oh, am I in trouble? We'll see. That remains to be seen. Does it now? I don't particularly care for your tone. I'm just asking questions, Baron. If you have nothing to hide, then you should be able to give a straight answer. Listen well, garçon. I make more money in 10 minutes than you make in a week. Ow. I pay extortionate amounts of taxes to the government so that law-lackeys like you can keep your cozy jobs. What? And yet you have the audacity to waltz into my own house and accuse me of being a murderer. You have 10 seconds to get off my property, or I will ensure that next trial you attend will be your own. Oops. Don't say anything.
What was it you told me as we went in? Let's act with tact and finesse?
Shut up.
What was it you called me? Drunken warthog?
I don't need this. I am going back to the office.
Oops. Did I make a boo-boo?
A new day.
Okay, so the next stop is Studio de Robinho. Here lies the home of Robitio de Robinho, up-and-coming photographer. So my voice is a little tired, and I think this is a good place to end the first video. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this, and I'd love to do more parts of it. So I hope you guys are having a fun time watching along. Tabitha and I will see you in the next video. So have a good night. Bye-bye.